Kendra Dawsey, and here's your host, Kendra Dawsey.
Hi everyone. How are you doing today, Zach?
Oh, I'm doing great actually. I'm feeling pretty good about today, about tonight's show.
Okay.
I don't look like a ghost this week, as I did. If you remember last week, I was having a lot of lighting and sound trouble, and hey, look at this. We got a good show. So far, so good.
Yeah, you don't look like a ghost, I must say. Yeah, you look. I mean, I usually think you don't look like a ghost, but you're right. You don't look like a ghost today.
I appreciate you not thinking that I look like a ghost.
Of course.
If I was a ghost, I would tell you. I would not. Most people, I would probably try.
Cut out 22 seconds.
Oh, what is that?
Cut them out of the comments made by.
Oh, there we go.
Oh no! Oh my God!
Yeah.
Someone's talking.
Oh, CNN talking. That's what I get for doing the research before the show. CNN wants to get in on our much better news coverage than theirs. People are going off in the comments already. Hooray! Oh, this is great. So, Kendra, what are we going to talk about this week?
Well, I think we're going to probably talk about some mayors this week. I think that's on both of our collective mind. About how sometimes mayors are bad.
Mayors are bad, and they also have a lot of. They're able to do a lot of stuff, and they're all in the news this week. So, I decided to put together a little game for us today.
Let's see it. I love games.
It's called Left Night Goes to Mayor, a reference to beloved early Adult Swim show. Tom
Goes to the Mayor. Classic. Yeah. Love Tim and Eric.
So basically how this game is going to work is I'm going to give you a mayor somewhere in the United States, and you have to tell me which of the three options is the reason why this mayor is recently been in the news.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't figured out any sort of like a charity or anything like that. I haven't figured out any sort of way for us to gamify it. Maybe we'll make a donation to some homeless relief on account of our mayor, Michelle Wu, who was not in this quiz, decided to go ahead with the bulldozing on Mass and Cass earlier today. So maybe we'll do something about that. But as of right now, we're just going to play a little bit of a fun little quiz. So let's get into the first question here.
Hell yeah.
So this is New York Mayor Eric Adams. He was in the news this week. Was it because he hired his brother, he defended his friend who killed some people, or was it because he fired his brother?
It's B, right?
I started off easy because the correct answer is all three of these.
Oh God. Okay. So I know Eric Adams, like there was a landlord who had a lot of like violations in their building, and the building got set on fire. People died, and Eric Adams was like, "This is why you should close your doors." And it's the real reason why, like it was because of space heaters, but people had space heaters because it was cold as hell. And the heat wasn't working in the building, even though they reported it. But I did not know about him hiring and firing his brother.
Yeah.
That is
and then the other part of that story is that the landlord is a friend of Eric Adams and was on his transition team for mayor as an advisor for housing.
Don't advise housing if you had housing that was set on fire because you couldn't fix the fucking building.
I mean, let's just go no landlords on housing advisory teams.
I think that also works. That's a good rule. Yeah.
And again, I could go on this for about an hour. But this was a building that at one point was public housing, and the New York Public Housing Authority did sell it to a landlord who put it into worse condition, and that's what happened there. So yes, he hired his brother, believe it or not, also a cop. And he put his brother in a high position of like one of the top cops in New York. Was criticized for doing this, and then immediately afterwards demoted his brother. So that's pretty. And yes, and as Chris in the comments is saying, that's not the mayor of New York. That's some cop from New Jersey. He does not. I do not believe for a second that Eric Adams lived in New York. Maybe he does now. I think the mayor has his own, like there's a mayor's mansion or something. But he absolutely did not live in New York when he was running for mayor.
Yeah. Yeah. ACAB includes Eric Adams. He seems
especially
in the beginning. Yeah. I don't like this man. I know, like, I feel like, I know there's some like people who are like, oh, we should be excited because like this mayor is Black, but too much has happened in the past like 4 years for us to fall for that. This guy is up. He is a Fed. We gotta ignore him.
Right.
Don't trust him.
I agree. Yeah. Let's move on to our next mayor. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Was she in the news recently for getting COVID, putting ketchup on a Chicago dog, or being drunk at a press conference?
I'm pretty sure it's A, but I can see her doing all of these things.
I tried my best to put some hard ones in here, but yes, she got the fuck out of COVID. Right after telling all of the teachers to go back to work because COVID's not that bad. Now she's working from home because she has COVID.
Yeah. Oh, you're not gonna let other people work from home though, Lori Lightfoot? That's what you're not gonna do, even though you're able to like take all your shit in meetings and whatever from your house, but teachers have to be in person. Why is that? Mm-hmm. Why is that, Lori? Also, she's like the worst lesbian. I'm so upset with her.
I feel like you personally have like beef with Lori Lightfoot in terms of the way that she represents lesbians.
Yeah, Black lesbians need better representation than fucking Lori Lightfoot.
Right.
We deserve better.
Yeah. Yes. Pfeiffer in the chat saying Eric Adams is Lori Lightfoot with cop training. Not wrong. Yeah. Not wrong.
That tracks.
Yes. They also are both. I don't know how to describe it. They both just seem very weird. Like even if they weren't mayors, like they seem like two of the worst people to try to have a conversation with at like a.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Like you would just feel weird about it. This is Rachel saying they're super freaks. They're
the weirdest. They are both the weirdest people at the Black cookout. So like you have a big cookout and then your uncle invites their friend and then your uncle's friend is fucking Eric Adams and he's talking about how people who work at McDonald's are just lazy. And you're like, I do not want to see this like motherfucker ever again in my life. And then he becomes mayor. That's who they are. Yeah. Well, Kamala would come to the cookout, but I feel like she'd act like she's way better than everyone else there because she went to a HBCU and yes, she's in that like sorority, right? She'd be like, oh, like I need to have a turkey dog because I'm an alpha or whatever.
Right. I think Kamala is also a very strange person, but to give Kamala a little bit of credit, I think that Kamala recognizes that she's strange and like tries to put on like normal person persona, whereas Lightfoot and Adams are just complete freaks and have no qualms about the fact that they're weirdos.
Yeah. I like your descent into K-Hive, Zach.
Yes. Oh man, it's happening again. Oh no, I'm becoming K-Hive. All right. Let's move on to our next mayor. LA Mayor Eric Garcetti. Is he in the news for fighting an Uber driver, fleeing the country, or making a cameo on the new season of Curb?
All of these seem likely. I'm guessing he might have flown the country. He might have left.
Yeah, I kind of weaseled that one. He actually is in the process of being approved to be Biden's new ambassador to India, which I tried to research if he has any connection with the country of India that explains why he's getting this position, and I came up short. I did not find any good reason why this strange white man is the ambassador to India.
Yeah, that is weird. Did he?
Yeah.
Was he in the new season of Curb though?
No, but like I wrote that one, and I'm like, this seems like plausible that he would just be in it, but he's not. I had to, but I did research to make sure that wasn't like something that just like osmosis into my brain. But yeah, no. Also, it's a rich tapestry of very bad people who are very bad at their jobs. It's pretty impressive, I think, the way that we keep finding these people.
You're so right. Yeah.
Let's see what do we got next. Who's our next mayor? So Lowell, Massachusetts' new mayor is America's first cam girl mayor, 90-year-old mayor, or Cambodian American mayor.
I'm gonna guess C. I would love for both A and B to be true.
And the same person.
Yes, the same person.
would...
First 90-year-old cam girl mayor. Like that's such a great like niche, like
right.
Being a mayor, you have to raise a lot of funds. I'm sure there's people who would pay lots of money for 90-year-old pussy. Like I get it.
Right. You just need I feel like a 90-year-old cam girl would just need would need an assistant to do all of the computer stuff for them.
She gets her grandkid to help her out.
Oh God.
Anyway.
Oh my God! You go over to grandma needs help with computer, and you go over and she's trying to cam.
It's like, Grandma, I didn't want to see this part.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you were needed me to put Yahoo back on the computer. I did not know this is where it was going. Oh boy! You are correct. It is the first Cambodian American mayor in the country. So. Give it up for Lowell, Massachusetts. They've had some tough times with deindustrialization, but the new mayor, and I did see just because this is a pet issue on Left Nite. I saw once again NPR claiming that this new mayor's family fled a communist regime, and I will say once again. If your regime was supported by Nixon and Kissinger and it was deposed by the Vietnamese army, you weren't communist. I'm sorry. That's on you, America. That one. I will take legitimate criticism of previous communist countries. I will not. Pol Pot and Cambodia. That's on you, America.
No. I know they tried to say they were communists. No, I have there's some pretty wacky leftists out there. I have yet to see a leftist defend the Khmer Rouge as a legitimate communist regime. Right. They obviously did it at genocide, and America loved them. So that's a big deal right there.
And there was I believe a reduction in literacy under the Khmer Rouge, which
I think
we know a communist, for whatever else you can say about when communists take over, literacy goes up.
Yeah, I think they literally executed people who wore glasses because they were like, oh, they're too smart and we need everyone to be like a farmer. It was really weird.
Right.
It was weird.
Right.
So I mean, Khmer Rouge sucks. We bravely come out as anti-Khmer Rouge.
Right.
Do you know our commies are nerds, not jocks? You're so right, Rachel. Do you know the name of the mayor? Lowell mayor?
I'm not gonna say it without looking it up first. Yes, Sokari Chow.
Okay. Cool.
Which
I hope
like it might be a cognate of Zachary. I can't say for certain, but it looks an awful lot like Zachary.
I hope they don't suck. I hope they are a chill mayor. I hope they are unlike the rest of the mayors on this list.
Yes. Best of luck to you, Lowell. Who do we have next? What's next? Rockaway, New Jersey Mayor Michael Puzo is being replaced because A, died mysteriously, B, paid a sex worker with a personalized check, or C, got a better job.
I'm guessing B. Oh, someone in the comments also guessed B.
People are guessing B. You're not wrong for thinking that is a mayoral a mayoral scandal, but that is actually the mayoral scandal that is most closely associated with former Cincinnati Mayor Jerry Springer.
Okay.
Which is what the scandal that catapulted him into national news and then into being a trashy talk show host.
Oh, wait, I didn't realize Jerry Springer was. I was like, oh, like, I guess there's two Jerry Springers. No, it's the same fucking guy. He ran Cincinnati.
Yeah. Yes, he was the mayor of Cincinnati, paid a sex worker with a personalized check, and then that obviously there was then a paper trail that he got caught in.
Yeah.
And then after that, he became the Jerry Springer we all know today.
That's okay. First of all, what type of idiot pays a sex worker in a check and not cash? Fucking dumbass. Yeah. Second, fucking. Anyway, well,
he was asked about it later, and his reasoning was the reason why he claimed it was smart was because that check never got cashed. So
I hate him anyway.
So the correct answer is he got a better job.
What's his better job?
Well, he's got hired by a pharmaceutical company, which is probably better paying, but also just sort of shows you just the fucked up nature of politics, especially small town politics, where it's just better to get a new job as working for a pharmaceutical company than to be the mayor.
Yeah.
Yes. By the way, the previous mayor before him died mysteriously.
Okay, good to know.
It seems I did more research and it seemed like a heart attack, but all the articles that I was reading about this was like, yeah, he got to be mayor when the last guy died, and then they did not explain very much other than that. But that's where we are with what's going on there. Let's go on to yes. Chula Vista, California's mayor was subject to a $16,000 investigation related to
hope it's B.
Baiting campaign funds on horse races, calling a white person gringo, as smoking in a city office. You are correct. It is B.
Amazing. Okay, waste of taxpayer dollars. Also, I'm sure the white person was totally being a gringo.
Yeah, well, the white person was a city councilor. And on two separate occasions, she referred to him as a gringo. And the $16,000 investigation found that the comments were, quote, inappropriate but not harassment.
That means he was a gringo. She wasn't wrong.
Right. I mean, what are you gonna do? Yes. If you don't want to be a gringo, then stop acting like one.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody has ever called me a gringo that I'm aware of. which means I'm just doing the right things. That's my official stance on all like white people slurs. Like, I've never been called any of them because I don't act like them. So, like that's the only way you get called them is if you act in a specific way.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's go on to our next one now. Knox County, Tennessee Mayor Glenn Jacobs. He's found there were some things in his past. Did he set his parents' house on fire as a child, killed his ex in a drunk driving accident, or threw his former employer into an open grave?
I'm guessing C.
So, as I am wont to do, he didn't actually do any of these things. But this is Mayor Glenn Jacobs, who was former WWE wrestler Kane, and in storyline he did all three of these things. If we go to the next slide,
okay.
So that's what that is the man who he portrayed, who did all of those things. Supposedly, I will take any opportunity I can to make this show about wrestling, as I have shown in the past. And he is a mayor now. Would you like to know, based on that photo, what would you guess his stance was on mask mandates?
He probably was against them.
He was against them, despite a major part of his career being in a mask.
idiot. That's sad.
What are you gonna do? All right. Well, that's all we've got with this has been Mayor Watch on Left Night.
Yeah.
We will be back. We'll be back after this.
Hey folks, gotta be honest with you, we have no sponsors for Left Night this week. Nobody wants to contribute to advertise for our shows. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I'll just you want to just see what's on TV? They got commercials on TV, huh? Maybe I'll just show their commercials and then bill them later for them. Look, you love that, right? You people love that shit. You love your Geico commercials with the funny scenarios and cavemen. You love Flow from Progressive. You love that shit. You love commercials. Laugh it up. I showed you a damn commercial. And now I'm going to go make them pay for the show because I showed their commercial. I think that's how advertising works. And if it's not, it is how racketeering is going to work. Because I'm getting that payment either way.
All right. That was a great non-commercial. And now we have about 3 minutes to wrap up some current events, correct?
Yes. I solicited our chat for current events. They put a pig heart in a guy.
And that guy was Dick Cheney. All right. Dick Cheney has a pig heart now to keep living despite the fact that everyone wants him dead.
To match his pig body.
Stuff that I've seen in the news is that there's one study done by like somewhere in Oregon that shows that some compounds found in weed might prevent the like spread of coronavirus in your body. So keep toking up, everyone.
I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but it did say that there's no proof that you get any of those compounds by smoking it.
Okay, so you need to eat it. So just eat it.
Yeah, yes. So they said in a tincture you might get some of them. But,
ooh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Somebody in the comments saying that he was a cop at heart.
Hell yeah.
Very good. Come on this show. That's a better joke than what we had.
Yeah, that's news. Coronavirus rates are still high, but it appears that in Boston, we have, based on wastewater, and if, we don't fuck anything up, it seems that we have reached the peak and cases are going down. So that's like, I mean, things still aren't great, but that's like a little bit of good news. A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's working. Yeah, it seems like it's better. Hopefully, I think a cool thing they're doing in Quebec right now. Quebec is trying to reach. They're at like 90%, and they're still pushing. Whereas if America hit 90%, we would call it a day. We haven't even hit 80, and we basically called it a day.
Yeah.
But they're doing two interesting things. One is they're going to put a tax on unvaxxed tax on people, and they also made it so that you now need to show a vaccination card to enter a liquor store or marijuana dispensary. Which, say whatever you want, but hey, you gotta hit the people where it matters to them. And
people love drugs.
What?
People love drugs. So like,
love drugs.
Yeah, that's the way you gotta get them. People love drugs.
So, I do you have any closing thoughts for tonight?
No. Yeah, no, I don't have any closing thoughts. That was a fun game. Thank you for the mayor game. That was nice.
I'm glad to do it. We'll have to check in again on our wonderful country's mayors in about 6 months and see.
Yes, of course. There's going to be some different ones. But thank you everyone for watching. This has been a very fun episode today, and you should stick around for Rachel Jane Andelman's show right after this. It's also going to be very fun. And yeah, keep fighting the good fight. Get vaccinated, get boosted, hate all governments, etc., etc., all that stuff.